Georgia on the logo, celebrating back-to-back Nats. Perfection wears red and black tonight, 15-0.
Georgia 4 yards from an SEC championship. First down, ETN in the I formation. They hand it to him. Touchdown! Georgia SEC champions!
Sigue Ringo, corta dentro, Ringo, touchdown! Georgia! Flea flicker to get the night started. Downfield looking for Godwin, into his hands, and guess which dogs are barking first? Uga, get after it!
Sonny Michel will send the Dogs home to the championship game!
And Bobo throws that thing in the end zone, and touchdown! Touchdown in the goal line!
Georgia Bulldogs bludgeon their way to back-to-back. Glory, glory. Georgia, as the fight song says.
This is our love for each other. 1 + 1 = what? 3. We are better together and we are connected.
This is Robert Iron E. Singleton, a.k.a. D-Dog from The Walking Dead, or Alton from The Blind Side, and you are watching Respect the Hedges on the Fan Addict Sports Network. All right, guys, go Dogs, sick 'em.
What's going on, Dawg Nation, and Respect the Hedges family? We in here for another edition of Respect the Hedges, a part of the Fan Addict Sports Network. I'm your boy, Coach I, man, representing Russell Hall 3 Wiz. Listen, I'm glad to be back with my boys. I was able to tap in last Tuesday for a little while, but I'm here for the whole show. Back stateside, I was on a work trip in Mexico, and if you've been to Cancun, you ain't really been to Mexico. I was in central Mexico getting it in. Shout out to my co-workers, David and Ricardo, aka Dominic Toretto and Paul Walker, for handling me and holding me down while I was in Mexico. Shout out to my hombres. But without further ado, man, y'all already know, man, we here to talk all things Georgia football, man. And as always, brought to you by the Tailgate Kings. That's right, man. It's Respect the Hedges on the Fan Addict Sports Network, man. It's your first time pulling up, man. Listen, we just some dogs talking about dogs, keeping it all the way 100, man. We're gonna talk about a little AP poll today. See if we can get some of the fellas to tell us some of their fall camp war stories and talk about RBU. Are we back, or is it still running back by committee? So without further ado, man, let's bring some of the guys up, man. First up, man, it's the coolest fan in the land, aka the football genius. It's Cool Cal. What's going on, Cal?
What it do? Glad to be back, man. Was that a new Tailgate Kings promo?
Yeah, man, we step it up a little bit, use a little.
Oh, yeah, that was hot.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Yeah, that was hot. I like that. I was sitting up here looking back. I was like, oh, where'd that come from? I like that.
You want to reserve a spot,
man. Got to reserve it all year long, man. Because I'm ready for this ride this year, man. To be honest with you, man, it's gonna be a fun ride this year.
That's right, man. Next up, former tight end at UGA, the Mr. Tailgate Kings himself. What's going on, JV?
Man, hey Cal, man, you stole it straight out the mouth of me, bro. I'm looking at the intro and I'm like, I ain't seen this before.
You didn't even know that. Oh, wow! Salute, Coach. That's love.
Shout out to you, Coach. That was super dope. But yeah, man. Hey, listen, another week. Glad to be in the building with the brothers. The dogdom was up on us, man. We are ready, man. These dog days. Let's get this thing cranking and let's get it started. So we get this show rolling this evening, fellas.
Big facts. Hey, former wide receiver Corey Allen, unofficial mayor of Bourbon Social Club tailgate party. What's going on, CA?
Oh, we official, coach. We ain't unofficial no more. We 4 years running. I got it all established. We waiting on anybody want to come kick it. Morris Hall, Tailgate, Bulldog, Bourbon Club. We still got it going. So come see me when you get a chance. Every home game. Hell, I might be on the road games. I might check it out. Anyway, glad to be in here, coach. We got a lot going on in Bulldog Nation. Let's get it done.
Big facts, big facts. Bring in one of our double dogs, man, aka track dog, aka football dog, former wide receiver, Shawty Parker. What's going on, Shawty?
Gentlemen, what's happening?
Hey, another night to talk some dogs, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I'm so happy, man. Let's go. Let's get it, man. Shout out to everybody in the comments. The guy with the long acronym Dawg Cash Show.
Yeah.
Popped up on my feed, man. I like what I saw, man. I'm starting checking you out.
There it is. Let's say this up to some of the people. Y'all already know who in first in the building. It's the first lady. She say, "Go Dogs, Tuck Fexes," as always. Benji, our resident Longhorns fan, he said, "Good evening, fellas. Hook 'em. Appreciate you getting in here today, Benji." And it's our guy. How about them effing dog casts? Appreciate you getting in. Yeah, I've been on his channel for a while, man. He definitely put out that good content. He had a little crossover event with a Bama channel, and they was talking some good stuff the other day. So we appreciate you getting in, man. Future, what's going on, my guy? Thoughts and prayers to the Scrubs and Norman. Yeah,
I salute that.
Yeah, Oklahoma having a little something going on with their quarterback there. We'll see what the NCAA do. Maybe nothing. Who knows? Trojan Fight, resident USC fan. What's going on, Trojan Fight? Appreciate you getting in the building, my guy. Production budget has increased. Listen,
clearly.
Oh man, y'all wildin', man. Hina in the building, our own campus, on field.
Yes, man. What up, Hina?
What's going on, Hina? She hiding out. Listen, y'all be on the lookout. Y'all know season is upon us, so we will be getting some exclusive footage from Hina in that department. AP in the building. Where you been, AP? You been slipping, dog. You ain't been in the comments and that. We holding you accountable, dog. What's going on? And Stat Guy in the building say 1 day closer. That's right, man. It's almost here. We are halfway through fall camp. Man. So hey, man, let's jump into this thing, man. Y'all, I guess the hot topic right now, before we get into fall camp, is the AP poll. The AP poll came out Monday. The Dawgs is number 5. Shout it, too low, too high, or just right?
I'm gonna be honest with you, Coach. This whole poll, everybody's suffering the same sickness. Don't nobody know what they got at quarterback, so you can just take some dice and take some dice, step them up, and just throw it out there and see what you get. But just based off of what we've done in the past and what our coaching staff has shown to do in recruiting, I'm not mad at 5, but honestly, I was thinking maybe 7, but I'm cool.
I got you. CA, same to you, man. I think Texas 1, Penn State 2, Ohio State 3, Clemson 4. Then the Dawgs is at 5. What you think? Too high, too low, right where we need to be?
It don't matter. We're in the top 5. That's good enough. We need to be motivated. Don't put us at number 1, but at the same time, Don't disrespect me. So I ain't going to complain at 5, right in the middle of the road, in the hunt. I'm to be discussed. And when I look in front of me, it ain't but one SEC team, if I'm not mistaken. So, it's not a bad place to start because it really doesn't matter. We got a schedule that'll bump us up as far as we need to go. Nice. We run the table. It don't matter where we start. So let's just handle our collective business. Where they put us, it don't matter. It's really about the finish. But at the same time, it's a barometer on what the program has done, the talent we bring in, what they think our staff should be doing, and how our fan base loves the game. So I ain't mad at it. It's just the beginning. So let's try to improve. That's all we're going to do from week to week.
That's right, JV. I like what CA just say not it's just right. Don't disrespect me, but you know what I'm saying? Don't put me too high either. I like that 5 to 7 range. What you think about the position for the Dawgs?
Hey man, don't make me go behind CA, man. He sucked all the air out the room. Right, man,
it'd be on purpose, JV. It'd be on purpose.
Hey, look, I'm just saying. Hey, the only thing he did say is how the hell they gonna put Clemson in front of us? And I don't care.
Man, and I saved that now.
Hey,
let me get out of that. I'm out the way.
Hey, B, Clemson, the only team got a 3-year starter coming back. They'll say everybody else riddled with quarterback, but yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Hey, look, it's Clemson though, and I feel like it's still gonna be Clemson though. And if anything, I would have had Oregon up there because I feel like they continuously get top tier and top line credit or recruits.
Yeah.
And so I just ain't feeling that whole Clemson thing. But outside of that, us being a number 5, I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? It just kind of gives us something to shoot for. But also, like CA said, don't disrespect us. We still feel respected. So we'll climb as high as we need to go because we got the games that's gonna get us there.
Big facts. Cool Cal. Some of the people of the Dawg Nation faithful on social media think we should be number 1. Your thoughts? So let you back clean up on this one.
Shit, I can't go behind CA either. I don't know what the hell else to say. But I mean, I'll be honest with you. The polls to me are something that used to have a little bit more something to them, some cachet. There you go, perfect word. Because you wanted to start high, just in case you made mistakes, you didn't drop too low. But now it doesn't matter. I mean, goddamn, you're gonna play a brutal schedule. We're in the biggest conference. We're one of the biggest brands. We take care of business. Saturday, win the SEC, all those things. It really doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know between 1 through 10. You know what I'm saying? Because we've got a lot of questions. Everybody's got some question marks. You know, there's some teams like Clemson, Penn State. You know, they have quarterbacks coming back, but they haven't done anything with these particular squads. You know, so but they've been knocking at the door. So obviously they're a good team. We're a great team. That's why we go out there and recruit the way we do every year to put ourselves in this position. So we just take care of business. It's all good.
Yeah, I'm with that. I'm kind of like that. Some of the people in front of us, I guess they base it off return and production, you know, things like that. But I get the other point where we beat 2 of the teams in front of us anyway. But I like this. I like the spot. I figured we was going to be 5 to 7. I saw one poll earlier in the year. I think it was one of Brett McMurphy or somebody had the Dawgs at 1. I'm like, look, man, you can get off of that. We got questions like everybody else. Yeah, I'm like, don't get.
And I'll be honest with you. Would Texas be 1 if his name was Arch Dalton?
That's what some people was making the claim for as well.
That matters. Because again, he's not a returning starter. We don't know what the hell we're gonna get.
Right. I think Penn State could have been number 1 because
they roster solid too, but that's another story.
No. Listen, Texas just like we are is my point is what I'm saying. There's really no difference. We both have equal type rosters. We both have first year starting quarterbacks.
Right.
So
of the top 5, Clemson and Penn State only ones that bring back the 3-year starters. So that played a little part in it, but ain't no big deal. I think it's just, listen, man, preseason polls ain't nothing but for give us something to talk about during fall camp days, you know what I'm saying? And for the committee to look at later on, you know, even though they say they don't look at it. I myself wish rankings wouldn't even start till after like week 6 or 7, but that's just me. After we done seen some stuff. Rodriguez, what's going on, man? Getting in and say, go damn Dawgs. Appreciate you. AP say what's good. My 22 partner, CA. That's us for you. That guy said, who on Georgia y'all think gambling being dumb enough with how they pay up their losses? Nobody, dog. That's a material thing. I'm not even gonna blame Oklahoma. He did that when he was at Washington State. He said he was just joking. But the NCAA don't think the same. So
that technology gets you every time, don't it?
On those Venmo payments, man.
No, listen. But this was crazy. This was crazy. Me and Stat were talking like, listen, we all at the same school on the same team. If we betting and I owe you some money, I just give it to you cash, dog. I can go Venmo you.
Even if you send it Venmo, you ain't got to put what it's for.
Right.
Wait a minute. Is that what happened?
It says sports gambling, CA. That's what it says. Sports gambling.
Right. What the heck? Right. Get cash, or if you put it Venmo, it's lunch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Anything, dog.
Come on.
For the hell of it.
All right, First Lady say the polls BS. How is Texas #1 and they've won nothing? Listen, man, Texas got a lot of hype. I think there's a lot of hype around the Manning name, like Cal said. I'm not saying it's deserved or not deserved, but hey, it is what it is. And I like what JVCA said. We got a lot on our schedule. If we do what we got to do, we ain't never got to worry about the polls. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
Coach, back in our day, it was a challenge back in our day. You know, it was only an 11-game schedule. Now they got everybody's playing the conference championship now. We 13 games or whatever the number is for every team.
Right.
So you got a chance to fall down and get back up nowadays. And I think that's what's important. You got to really plan for the long haul. Coming out the blocks hot, you better maintain it. So yeah, I don't think it's as big of a factor as far as how important it is preseason, because a lot of teams, this top 10 could look a lot different come November.
Right. That's what I definitely think it will. And like I think some of y'all said, like 9-3, 10-2, you still looking like you right there in the playoff conversation in these days.
That whole poll gonna look different. Like, man,
after the first week,
that's what I was just about to say. I mean, the first weekend we're gonna get some answers.
Nobody knows what they're doing at quarterback. Really,
that's true. How about them effing Dawg cast says last time the Dogs started #5 in the poll was August 2021, and we know what happened that year. So
good stats right there.
Right. We like that. We like that. So, hey, man, we're going to get into this thing, man. All right. So, Shawty, since you down here next to me on the screen, I want to start with you, dog. Fall camp, your first year. Fall camp, your freshman year. What was the biggest, shocker, I guess, would be?
Oh, for me, again, I go back to the mental aspect. It was just a big shock from the mental side, trying to digest that playbook coming from high school. The athleticism, I think, was always there, but not knowing what to do, when to do it, and where to go slows you down and makes you play slow. And you got to understand, when fall camp come in, it's almost like playoff time for basketball. That roster starts shrinking down. You ain't getting all them looks. you know what I'm saying? You ain't getting all them looks you were getting early in spring practice and things like that, because, it was that time of the year. Now, you're starting to streamline what you're doing. You're getting ready for the first game. And, they just playing with that first, 26, 27, 28 players, and that's it. Other than if you ain't in that, you scout team. Get your mind right.
Get your mind right. I got you. JB. They didn't do it as much back in our day, but was you early enrollee or did you come in the summer?
Nah, I don't even remember anybody who did any early enrolling back in the day with us. I don't recall if anybody did it, but I most definitely didn't.
So did you get the playbook ahead of time? So did they send you some plays or anything ahead of time to get your mind right before you got here?
No, Coach, there wasn't no pre-prepping. It was I
get you in the face with it.
I got the campus.
That's what I'm saying. That's a big thing, man. Like that playbook, hell.
So you first get the playbook, JV. You on campus, you get the playbook, and then you going in first day of fall camp. The coaches, how are they the first day? They giving y'all some leeway, or you got to jump in and you better know where you're going?
Well, when we first hit fall camp, the freshmen, they actually have a practice or two before we actually even touch the field with the upperclassmen. But that was as special as you felt in fall. And mind you, Coach, I mean, let's not like Shawty, he came in, being able to run and do receiver things, because that's where he was. I came in as a tight end at 195 pounds. I think by the end of camp, I might have been 225. So, it was different for me. It was actually a shock to the system when you had DBs that was as strong as any linebacker I'd ever faced in high school. You know what I'm saying? DBs that was strong. You had linebackers that was twice the size of any of the guys, or all the guys were twice the size and larger than me. made way more than me, and so it kind of tested your mental for that first season. You know what I mean? It made you kind of question whether or not this was a good decision. But once you have to either you have to take flight or you got to fight, and so that kind of was a situation, knowing I was down on the depth chart, that I had to deal with, that kind of shaped my thoughts around what happened later on in school and while we were on campus. So yeah, I mean, it was a challenge for me because I just hadn't been. I was the only one from Alabama. I didn't know any of the guys coming into college. I didn't, I didn't and hadn't played with any of the guys. So it was just me, so to speak, working through all of these hurdles mentally. But yeah, man, we get close, you start to, form these bonds and these kinships. And then things like that, you get a couple of upperclassmen that kind of wrap their arms around you and be like, hey, man, come on, let us help you out. Let us show you kind of the ropes. Let us show you, the do's and the don'ts. And some of the do's that they do, they probably are don'ts that you probably shouldn't learn. So, because I had some good teachers with LB and Wiggs, and they taught me a lot of do's that really was don'ts. But with that being said, man, it was a good experience.
That's what's up. That's what's up. See, hey, I'm gonna let you talk about a different aspect of it. So you coming into your senior year, you done been through some fall camps. You got the young bucks on the scene now. You know what I'm saying, under your wing, aka Shawty Parker. You got JV on the team. What's your thought process? I mean, this your last year. You trying to make it. You know what I'm saying. You got your eyes on the league, but you also got your eyes on trying to win some of these games too. What's the mentality going into your last fall camp?
Going to your last fall camp, eyes on the league and eyes on being successful in Athens are really the same thing. That's the only way you're going to get to play on Sunday. So you really got to focus. During my senior year, it was a lot more about being a leader. It was a lot more about setting the tone. I got a guy beside me, Hans Ward, who was setting the tone for everybody, including myself, for 4 long years. So just all of that really encompassed itself as a senior. You try to make sure you're leading the young guys the right way, because there are a lot of do's and don'ts that you got to make sure you are aware of. But the tempo, making sure everybody understands the playbook, and just ingratiating the young guys, because you're going to need young players as the season goes on. You might be an injury, might just be a guy like that that's extra talented as soon as he walks in the building. But can I help to get him up to speed? Can I be a part of his progression like Bryce Hunter was for me? Because I remember my first camp coach, and Hines and I were really questioning, do we belong? Because that first camp, the mentality, that physicality, you do have to adjust. You got to grow from being a fan to actually being a dog. But if you're catching passes from Eric Zier, if you're lining up beside Bryce Hunter and Hassan Graham, man, it's hard to break that. It was hard for me to break that, because I was in love as a fan with all the guys that I actually had a chance to play beside. So getting out of that mindset, and now I'm back in it. Getting out of that mindset is tough as hell. But we got a mission that we have to accomplish. So you do look to those leaders, and it can be overwhelming, not just physically, but that playbook is, it's literally the size of whatever the biggest dictionary you ever seen, and you got to make it make sense. So it's a lot of anticipation, a lot of, hey, what did you do in the offseason? Because now it's time to show it. So whether you are a freshman or a senior, it's a strictly business conversation. And the only way to change how you are looked at by your coaches and teammates is to perform under pressure. So, hey, man, it's a dog-eat-dog environment. That's where iron is sharpening iron. And it's all about getting better, because if you don't get better, you might not last.
There it is, man. That's some good stuff. So, Cal, man, for us as fans with the social media era and the SEC media days, it's like that fall camp is almost anticipation. Without all that back in the day, was you like, when did you get started? Like, okay, it's the end of July, football season about to be here, or did it just hit you on first game day?
No, I'm gonna be honest with you. Football season for me starts to hit it more so like that first preseason game. Because it's something. It's like, oh, it's around the corner now. You know what I'm saying? Because you already know guys are in camp. They getting ready for the season. It's real. It's not, winter workouts anymore. It's time. It's preparation to get ready for the first game. But then it's also a time too to see what that new young talent starts to look like coming in. are there any guys that can come in and can contribute and play now? Because we don't know. We know the guys now. We were all Americans or all state and all counties back then versus 4 and 5 stars. So those are the type accolades that came in. So when those guys came in and they were, this guy was parade all American, the expectation was this guy, damn, he's gonna be good. And sometimes that's not always the case. And like you said, TA just said me and Hines, we talking about potentially a Hall of Fame player that didn't know if he belonged at one point. Like JV said, shit, I didn't know if I belonged. I was 195 pounds and he had cornerbacks that was stronger than he was. So I mean, it's different. It's a different game. You know what I'm saying? And so it's exciting, man. This time of year. And nowadays we get a lot of stories that come out. So I've been hearing stuff about Puglisi putting pressure on Stockton. I don't know if that's just chatter or if he really is.
Right.
He really might be out there making that type of progression. Elijah Griffin, true freshman coming in. Heard he's taking first team reps. He might be a guy that's special that can come in and really help us this year. So, I'm excited, man. I'm always excited this time because I like to see that new blood come in. I'm waiting to see what comes out of camp, who progresses and who takes those next steps.
I got you, man. You took me back. You said parade all American. I ain't heard that.
Yeah, that was real. I like that.
That was real. Hey.
He brought up a lot right there. I like, hey.
You know what I'm saying? So that was how you got your clout back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Or you can walk around, hey, I was all state,
all state, that matter. All county. Shout out to all county now. All city.
Man. So
I was just going to add one more thing to the playbook, and I'm going to refer to a player. That's why I think a player, I talk about him a lot, like Dylan Bell is so important because a lot of kids come in, especially like freshmen. Think about it now. A lot of these kids come in, they labeled as an X, they labeled as a Y or a Z. So that's all you need to know. Just imagine somebody like Dylan Bell who's in the backfield, in the slot, played it. So he got to know where everybody at all the time. Right. That's a big difference as opposed to just knowing where I'm supposed to be at when I'm in the game. Because if I'm Dylan Bell, I could be at any one of those positions. So he's really like a coach on the field, and that just goes to the playbook. I don't know how fast he'll absorb the playbook, but he may have a better chance of doing it because he was always a multifaceted player. But a lot of those guys, I can't speak for this, but a lot of those guys may only know one position when they out there. They're not cross-trained.
Right, and so since him going into the senior year playing all those positions, I'm pretty sure, I'm not going to say it's easy, but it's definitely easier now. But you think that was a challenge for him probably early on in fall camp because he is having it. I'm pretty sure he had to learn all them from day one.
Absolutely. I got a quick question, man, for the fellas, real quick for y'all. Now, did y'all ever, or when you were in camp, did you ever say, damn, boy, we got a good-ass team this year? Or did on the reverse, they be like, damn, man, we're going to suck this year. Did you ever feel like that? Or did the season kind of develop what you were actually going to be?
JV?
I'm going to tell you, when I got to Georgia, because I grew up an Alabama fan, I didn't grow up knowing the guys that I was seeing at practice once I got there. And so for me, I was impressed with the size of these humans that was on a team with us, thinking to myself, damn, like we gotta be good. And then I seen players that really kind of elevated my thoughts on how good we can be. And I saw a couple guys that really kind of diminished it. Like, I'm gonna just say the guy's name, Warren. I literally used to watch him in practice and be like, how on earth is this guy start?
It's the wrong guy to watch. A hell of a player.
He's a gamer.
The original gamer. I'm sorry.
He ain't no practice. He's a 7 o'clock player, not a 12 o'clock player.
No, Coach.
Go ahead.
Saying he's not a practice guy was an understatement. I literally watched this all SEC receiver trip over his feet, and
it could be anything.
But you see like other guys like Robert Edwards, and you see, Hines Ward, and you see, Greg Brights, and all these guys out there playing and practicing. And you like, man, Like, I don't know how we're gonna be stopped. And the season kind of starts to take its own pathway because other guys too. So that's kind of how it happened for me. But I thought that we really talent-wise, we had the talent to be a lot better and win a lot more games than we did. The East was the beast back in the day too. Let's not forget we didn't have to worry about Alabama and really Auburn's. It was all Florida, Florida
and Mo Florida. And Tennessee was good. Tennessee was really good. Yeah.
Hey man, at LSU too. Yeah. CA, what about you, man?
I never thought we had a bad team. There were a couple of camps where I felt like we'd be pretty good. My senior year, evidently, because we had veteran leadership at the quarterback position. We had veterans at the skill spots and a veteran O-line. And I felt like we would be able to support whatever defense we put out there. Not that the defense wasn't good. I felt strongly about my side of the ball. My freshman year, no way in hell I felt bad about going into that campaign with Eric Zaire. The 2 years in between, I knew we had to fight, but I always felt good about it because, you know, when you're going through camp, when you're in the trenches, you kind of are blinded by the light. You know what the objectives are. You watch the guys around you. You see progression. You see guys fall off, you know, that had high expectations. But going into each camp or each season after camp, I always felt good about our chances and what we had as far as our game plan for the year. So if you go into a season and you don't have that positive outlook, you know, I don't know how that worked, Coach. You know, that's a different animal because, you know, you do want to progress. I'm sure it happens. I'm glad I never had that thought process because you're starting off wrong if you're starting off like that.
For sure. That's a great question. Shawty, what about you, man? Any same thing? Like some teams you thought was better than they was and vice versa?
No, man, I kind of have to echo what everybody else said, man. Like me personally, like I always consider myself a pretty good athlete because I know where numbers are. I compare numbers to numbers. And I feel like my numbers have always matched up with what you consider a good athlete. And when I got to Georgia, I was just blown away by so many better athletes. And it just went every year with the recruiting. So I never felt like we had a bad team until I think JB said that. I honestly think there were times where we underachieved because we were so talented athletically. So I never thought we had a bad team, not while I was at Georgia ever.
Right. And I'm going to tell you, while we was there as a student, when seeing the talent that we did produce, the ones that went on to the NFL, it baffled us sometimes. It was like, okay, I guess we just
Coach, the look back hurt. The look back does hurt. When you turn around 2 years later, you're like, damn, my whole offense in the NFL, my whole defense, first and second unit, playing on Sundays.
The whole front was first rounders.
You see what I'm saying?
I was gonna say the exact same thing, Coach. Like, and just like what you guys said, going into like every season back then, I always felt like, damn, we're gonna win. We're gonna do it this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, you always felt like that, just based upon, like you said, the type talent that we just said, Hines Wards and Eric Zaire, Stroud and Seymour. Like we had them. You know what I'm saying? So. It felt optimistic to us every year, and I think that's always kind of been our thing. Like, I think Spurrier, he made mention to it or something one year. Like, you know, he always felt like we had a lot of talent, but we underachieved.
Right, right. The year we beat Florida, Robert went off. I was like, see, that's what I'm talking about. This is what we should be doing every week.
Every year.
You know what? It's hard. It's hard to live up to your expectations, to be honest with you, because you still got to go out on the field and prove it. I mean, yeah, the look back is real, and we definitely had more talent than we actually showed off. But to get through the schedule, I mean, that's why we play the games. You know, we weren't the only good team in the SEC. That's
right.
Kind of what it boiled down to. Like, there was a lot of talent in the league, and you know, we were hoarding talent at that point. You know, we just stopped letting, you know, kids get out of our league with this NIL situation. At that time, you know, we were known for what we were known for, and that was heavy competition, the best coaches, and the best environment. So, you know, there's no shame in it, but it's hard to live up to expectation, and I think that's what we celebrate now. You know, we do a lot better job of that, But the fan base ain't gonna change, and we ain't asking it to change. You know, it is what it is. So we just gonna push through.
For real, though, it wasn't. You know, it wasn't just from a player perspective, underachieving thing, man. I honestly, you know, shout out to OJD, man, Jim Dunn, but the coach used to be tight too. Like it used to be crazy that on some of the play calls, like you'll just look back at Quincy and just be like, "What are we doing, bro? We can't run no sweep on that, Alex Brown.
That's Alex Brown.
Now you sound like we used to sound in the door.
Hey, Alex Brown still scared me.
Hey,
Alex
that's
Brown.
different. Yeah.
I'm like, what are we doing, bro? We just gonna give them the
game plan this week.
Yeah.
We running lead off of this. Why are you calling? So, I mean, Coach, you know, it was a very amount of reasons why we didn't accomplish some of the things, but to the point of all the guys, man, we always pretty much went into a season thinking this could be our year.
Right. Right. Well, we knew under Dunning as students, we knew we was good for a minimum of 8 games. It could be 9 some years, and we knew we was going to a bowl game. Which my freshman year, when y'all had CA had Ray Goff, you know, it was a little. I don't know.
Hey, we live and learn, baby. we don't do that to Ray. Shout out to Coach. You know, it's been growth. Like we the only program that has grown with every coach.
We have.
I ain't gonna crap on none of them.
You right about. We needed Ray so we could get Jim.
To get the Jim.
Get Mark.
Come on now, keep going.
So we can get the.
That's all.
That's all the plan. I'll be saying that the plan right there.
Right.
And look, so it's hard to get that right. Yeah. It's hard to get that. You can't name any other schools.
Most schools don't do the upward trajectory. And you're right. We did get better.
They try
to. And better. Yeah. They try. Right. But they be up and down like a roller coaster. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, the last couple of years of golf was a 6, maybe 7, 5. And Jim it was
5s and 6s.
Right.
6 win, 5 win. I ain't beat around.
We was a good peach bowl. We was always a peach bowl against Virginia somewhere.
Schlag go home. You know.
Hell of a game, though. Hell
of a game.
But then Dunning came in and Dunning bridged us to 8 wins minimum. Like I say, 9 a couple seasons. Yeah. Only thing he had bad for him is he lost 3 straight to them nerds, and you can't do that. But that was a kind of. I didn't mean to take you there, CA.
Look, I don't know nothing about that. That's all. Okay. I'm like, damn, he did. Damn, that's true. Okay.
But then that made way for Mark Rick, and Mark Rick showed us we should be competing for SEC titles and in the national title talk. And then from there, Kirby took us to the next mountaintop to say we should always be in the national title talk. And again, I don't know a lot of teams that did that on that trajectory straight upwards without having at least one coach set you back a little bit.
That's luck.
That's facts.
So
that's shout out to the administration.
Shout out to the administration and the support of the Dawg Nation and all the trustees.
Demanding more. That's true.
And all of that. Like you're right. Demanding more. So, man, let's get to some of these comments, man. They've been going crazy since the AP top 5. Hina say it's the hype around Manning. Listen, man, it's hype around the Manning name. We know that. We'll see if Arch can live up to that name. I think he's a pretty good quarterback, but we'll see.
He got a lot of toy to play with.
Right. He got a lot of weapons. Right.
He got a $40 million roster. It's something now.
Right. And like I think JV alluded to it, and CA too. Like when y'all was playing, other teams was good too. And Shawty always say that. Like just we recruiting, but other teams is recruiting too. And that's another reason why Texas is up there. I think that AP say we'll be okay at 5. We just got to play our ass off at the end of the day. Playoffs and winning the SEC is our focus. That's right. That's right.
Talk.
How about them dog Cass say Texas lost just as much returning production as Georgia. True. I think a lot of teams in that, like Shawty alluded to it, like that 1 through 8 to 10, you can pretty much toss them up in the bag and pick somebody. I mean, all of them got.
And let's also throw this out there too. It's everybody gonna have some losses,
right?
Everybody. Nobody ain't going 15-0.
Texas probably got the easiest schedule out of all those top probably 5 teams.
Right.
Thank goodness they got to come to town.
Right. BNG said Arch carries a lightning rod. Hey, y'all gonna need them to, because I don't know who y'all got behind them. But like I said, again, I do believe Arch gonna be good. I think y'all gonna take that L when y'all come to Athens, but I think Arch gonna be good though. And he do have a lot of weapons out there. Y'all replaced 2 D tackles last year and they went to the league, so replacing them again this year, I don't see why y'all shouldn't be able to do that. Odd Future says, I mean, for us, Texas, it's cool, but ain't no room for error. Like one loss, in his opinion, legitimate opponent, and that's it. So Odd Future's a Texas fan. He said they can't lose but one because of what y'all just alluded to, because of the schedule. Whereas like a Oklahoma or Georgia or South Carolina, Florida, whatever, we can afford more losses because of the strength of schedule. And I kind of agree with that. Other than that, I say y'all could possibly lose that Ohio State game.
Texas can lose 2 games and they'll be fine.
Ohio State and Georgia, I think they'll be all right if they lose those, because one is not even a conference game. So, one loss at the SEC gonna get you to Atlanta, but most likely. So, let's see.
I think 2 losses is gonna get you to the playoffs at least.
For sure. For sure. Stat guy say he thought South Carolina should have been 18-20 with questions on the O-line, D-line. They hire on 13 because the same reason for like the Clemson, the Penn State
turning quarterback.
I actually think they should be high. I talked to my buddy Corey Bridges. Shout out to Noonan High, Corey Bridges. A South Carolina legend. I think they should be higher, because I do put a lot of onus on the quarterback. That's why I'm not mad with where they got Texas versus where they got us. Because if you look at Arch and you put Gunner beside him, don't get in your feelings. It kind of is what it is. You see what's going on over there. So I'm not mad with the ranking, because the quarterback position does play a heavy role in your team's success. And if he's unproven, there's no way I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. So.
Right. I'm definitely with that. I see what Stat guy saying though. They did replace, I want to say, 3 of their offensive linemen, and their D line was like tremendous last year, and they only bring back 1 of those guys and then 2 of their linebackers. So, but like you said, a lot of these rankings is I mean, honest, it's what it is. It's quarterback based. You know what I'm saying? If we had I'll be honest with you, if we did have the caliber, like if we had Carson Beck again, we probably would be number 1, just because they've seen him do it. It's that
they don't this receiving core.
Right. This is the thing too, though. Texas is replacing their whole offensive line as well. I ain't hear nobody talking about that. So we talking about the skill and what they got, but they also replacing their entire offensive line, or at least I think 4 of the 5 starters. So
5 stars.
Well, you talking about a program that's done recruited probably in the top 3 in the past 3-4 years. I mean, a lot of that goes into it when you're talking about a roster and just being and just prognosticating on where you think a team should do.
Right. AP was getting
we would be number 1 every year then.
Well, I think like what Sean is saying, like
I see you, Cal.
Right. But I think the difference comes with the Manning versus Stockton, whether you like it or not. That's what the difference comes.
Put them side by side. You ain't gonna like it.
Right.
Just turn your head.
AP was getting in on that coming into the fall for athlete. AP ran track at UGA. He said, I think it's a culture shock for all us athletes being superstar from where you're from, and then you coming in, the man now and trying to be calm. Yeah, because I think like all of y'all was all city, all county, all state, parade all Americans, and then you get there and then it's just like now 5 stars come in and they see other 3 stars doing what they can do because it's just at a different level. So I definitely feel that, AP.
It's crazy because you walk in the room thinking you're special and realize you're regular. You thought you were the only guy. Back in your little local area, you made a lot of noise. But then when you get to Athens, you look around, there ain't nothing but noise makers. So it's humbling. It's humbling. And then, you look around, you got to get yourself together. But it's a great opportunity to figure out who you really are. And I ain't mad at it.
It be the bodies, man. It's just like when you.
It is.
Yeah, you get there and you see the bodies. It's just like, damn, he played corner. 215.
That's what JB talking about.
That's DN at the high.
Look at him, man.
Nose tackle one.
When they moved Robert from corner. Nobody celebrated the way I did. Because the previous spring, all he did was work me out like a job. Hey, look at him. Robert had me up against remember that little short wall over there at the Butts Mill outside the practice field, past the sideline, into the pavement, right before you get back up. Hey, yeah, had me all up the hill damn near. And I'm like, man, what the hell is going on, man? Get the guy off defense. 215, 3% body fat. Come on, man.
Hey,
Fast, strong.
they're tough right there, man. How about them? Effing Dogcast says Hines is a good guy. He worked with him for several years at CNN Sports. Now Hines out there coaching, doing what he seems to love to do. Who else out here? Let's
Got
see.
a strong squad coming back, supposedly.
Right.
They bring so high because of their quarterback coming back.
See, that's how, but we all know that position matters to people, especially when you're talking about rankings and statistics and all that stuff. AP says, shout out to Coach Glass building monsters in that weight room. He had us right. That must have been the strength and conditioning coach. Let's see. Y'all get a chance, man. Y'all go over to how about them effing Dogcast YouTube channel, man. He supports the Respect the Hedges, man. Me and him cool on Twitter and
does good work.
Media. Does good work. He spotlighted Dylan on last week's show. Y'all go check that out. JV, you had something to put in on that.
Yeah, man. I was just gonna say, Coach, it ain't nothing like other players that CA mentioned, Robert. And I was talking about the DB was Atlantis Sims. Like, I think he might have been like 220.
No, I thought Landon played safety, didn't he?
He played some corner too. He played a lot of corner early. When he got there in 94, yeah, I hear JV.
Well, my
man had arms like a bodybuilder.
They was playing damn near felt like DN. I don't think I ever been manhandled like that up until that point. Like I said, I was like, this. What you play? Like, I play safety. Like, well, hey, coach.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? Or even other players. Like, it was fun. So quick story, man. Me and Randy, you know, I'm a second year player. So Randy, Michael. Yeah, man, Michael, he a first year player at this point, and Aunt Lunny was playing tight end. So our tight end room was deep, man. We had like 7, 8 tight ends. We had so many tight ends. I even went to play defensive end for a spring. I had like 2 practices, 3 injuries, and I gave
that shit up. Smart decision.
I don't even remember that, me.
Hey, you want to play some DN? Not really, but I ain't doing nothing over here, so yeah, let me go try it. Me and Watson was walking into the weight room, and Aunt London said, "Oh yeah, man, I'm glad y'all here, man, because we needed some more scout team players." Hey. I was like,
body. They just need you to take some reps.
Need somebody to hold that bag.
This is kind of
give me a good look.
Hey, look, that's just something. But then you go out there and you start working folks when you get into that scout team arena. You know what I'm saying? And you see that, you know what? I can play with these guys, and if I feel like I play with these guys, I can play with the other guys across from us. You know, One more quick story, man. Those damn Luckies, man, they were some bullies. I ain't gonna lie. Ones on defense was some straight bullies. They used to try to terrorize the young guys. Me, namely, it was Mike. And,
specifically calling the names.
And you know, like we get in practice, man. Those guys used to really, really enjoy trying to damn dull your knife. You know how they say iron sharpens iron. They used to really want to dull your knife, bro.
Get you out of there.
And like it took me a good year, but you know what I'm saying, by my second or third year, it like we were both getting sharpened on that edge. You know what I'm saying? Like me and Dustin, we had some battles. So those kind of things is what kind of build that brotherhood too, man. You'll be amazed at the things that you go through before you get close with guys that then just evolve into, you know what I'm saying, mutual respect. You know what I'm saying? A brotherhood that take y'all through life, man. All those tough times that really built what we was dealing with and how we are really even now. Even if those guys come on, you see how our camaraderie is, how our fellowship, our brotherhood is. Those are things that's important for us, man. Guys who, like all these guys on here can attest to that. I know they got closer to guys going through that adversity that they went through.
Definitely.
So I'll get to a couple more of these, and then we're gonna get to our last segment. I got C-Rob getting in and say it was totally coaching while we underachieved, and y'all know it. C-Rob say calling a spade a spade.
My partner.
OG Benny Frank say, "Oh yeah, jump from high school to college hit different." That's right. And the last one, let's see, how about them? If Dawg Cass say that 1997 Florida game is a core memory for me. My first trip to Jacksonville, so good. Listen, man, I'm telling you, had us all believing. We in the dorm, like, man, we got a shot at this thing. You know what I'm saying? We can beat Florida.
So since that was my senior year, all I want to say is, I mean, that's kind of what we're talking about. You know, that bond JV was talking about. I know what every guy on this podcast to do with my back turn, but that only develops through time and perseverance, like that work. You know, seeing a guy experience failure and come back from it and have success, knowing that deep down in him he got it. Man, you got to have that for everybody on the field. And I think, you know, when you look at the Florida game 97 or our team now, you know, that camaraderie, that bond is extremely important, but it doesn't come from any false narrative. You actually got to go out there and go through that fire. You got to actually walk through it. You're going to get burned. If you don't, you ain't human. But when you come out, you polished. You're so much better, and the whole team they'll know it too.
Listen, man, you can tell you guys played with our guy Kirby Smart because he talk about that fire, passion, and energy, and that's what I get from all y'all telling the war stories, man. So, listen, man, go ahead, Shorty.
I was gonna say to JV point with the scout team thing. Now it's a double-edged sword because you know it's almost like the NFL in comparison in a sense. Like we on the scout team, we young boy, you know, we know we ain't gonna play, but we on the scout team, the coach gassing us, so I need to look, and we trying to make plays.
Ain't that something?
It's so hard. It just, you know, out there. Why you going so hard, little buddy? You know what I'm saying? So that one of those kind of behind the scene thing that go on too. Like you want to be pumped to be on scout team and get those looks, but them starters on the other side, they like, come on, buddy, Jerry led, bro. It just scout team. You know what I'm saying?
Slow it down.
I got to play on Saturday. You
exactly. I got a game coming up. What you doing?
Right. Shout out to Neelio, man. He says y'all sound great this evening. Haven't been in a while. Just hopping in here, living life well these days. Good to see you. Appreciate you, Neelio.
Thank you, man.
$10. We definitely appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Listen, man, the last thing I want to ask y'all about, man, listen, man, UGA is known as RBU. Kirby did come out in his press conference and said Nate Frazier conditioning is better. His knowledge of the block pass pro is getting better. Do y'all think we're going to have that special guy, maybe Nate Frazier, maybe somebody else, or is it running back by committee? I'm going to let you start our cool Cal, the football genius.
Absolutely, man. Got all the answers for you. I'll be honest with you. As of right now, it's still running back by committee, you know, until proven otherwise at this particular point, because just based upon the last 4 or 5 years, we've just had such a variety of guys, you know, and I still up until this point, I don't see the Ty Gurley, I don't see the Nick Chubb in the room right now. But that doesn't mean somebody can't break out. But I'm still thinking it's going to be by committee. But I do see him potentially having like 1,000-yard type of year. But also we got some other complimentary guys too that can add into that. But I don't see necessarily like a 16, 17, 1,800 type year.
Got you. Shawty. Cal talked about some of them special guys like a Todd Gurley. I think in his own right, Kenny McIntosh was a special guy. He didn't have those eye-popping statistics, but like since DeAndre Swift, we haven't had that 1,000-yard guy. DeAndre Swift was the last one to do it. You think it's running back by committee, or are we back to RBU where one of these guys is going to jump off the page?
Well, I think this is a situation where, you know, two things can be true. And to Cal's point, now I kind of disagree with you, Cal. I think Frazier is special. Like he's like Sony Michel kind of special. But at the same time, I need to be a running back by committee because this is a grueling, long season. I need them legs to stay fresh because we might be in game 13, 14. You know what I'm talking about? So I don't, you know, and this is a situation where it'll be great for him to run for 1,000 plus. That's cool. It look good on paper, but I ain't mad at, you know, 9 to 1,100 yards. I ain't mad at that. And long as we have, like, to your point again, Cal, to your point, long as we have those complementary pieces, like those bigger backs that can take some of the load, take some of the pass pro and things like that off. I just don't think Georgia is a program right now, in the past few years, where we're going to have one back that just really takes the entire load. So, no, I need to be running back by committee, but I also think Frazier is very special.
I got you. Shout out to LaToya Billingsley, a resident Alabama fan, showing some love. We appreciate you, LaToya. JV, what about you, man? You, Nate Frazier, again, like I say, he's definitely RB1. Do you think we running back by committee? You kind of like Shawty? Both. We need both running back by committee and a star.
Yeah, I can roll what Shawty was saying, and with Cal too, man. Look. The season has expanded, and it's a lot of perilous things, a lot of games, hard-fought games that these teams are going through now, man. The SEC has a gauntlet. It don't matter if you got the easiest schedule in the SEC or you got the hardest schedule in the SEC. You still playing an SEC schedule. Everybody's athletic, everybody's big and strong, and because of that, you're gonna have opportunities, and you're gonna need bodies to fill these opportunities. You just want to make sure that they're capable. And I think that we have a room of capable backs. Mm-hmm. So do I have to have a Sony Michel or a Nick Chubb or a Todd Gurley? I don't have to have it. Would I like it? I would love it. But I don't have to have that. I'm more concerned with, can the guys up front block for whoever's in that backfield? That's who I need to be extremely special. And if they are special, then everybody can shine and everybody's going to look good. And then the guy who's extra special, then he gonna jump off the screen.
Gotcha. Before I get CA in here, how about them? Evan Dogcast says, if we had 3 backs with 400 plus yards, would you take it? I need more than 400 plus, because last year we did not. Our running game was abysmal. I think we averaged like right at 100, maybe 20 or something like that. If it's going to be 3 backs, I need everybody to have 600 at least minimum. I got to have almost
that even, Coach. I need one of them to be special.
Right. Now, CA, speaking of that, last year, not running that ball great, Kirby's emphasized it. Bobo's emphasized it. Running game is on top of the list this year. Do you think we have 1,000-yard back in that room?
I do. I definitely do. Definitely do, Coach. I think Nate Frazier has a chance to be special. I think we're going to save him. That wear and tear is real. We got a long schedule. It will be by committee early. I don't want to see him get 30 carries against whoever the hell we playing week 1 or week 2. Tennessee game is different. I expect Frazier and McCray to end up being the cream of the crop. But I definitely want to avoid that wear and tear. I think the question you asked, though, is Frazier special? I definitely feel like he has a chance to be special because he's got the skill set. My comp for Nate is going to be a Thomas Brown more than anybody else. I'm talking about hard nose, hit the hole with all you got, and when you get a chance to strike out. I know, I understand that, but I'm just saying as far as style, it ain't a Gurley, it ain't a Chubb, it's a hit. I don't think he can catch like Sony. I think Sony had way better hands and skill set. I think he's Thomas Brown, handed off, give it to him, and pad pro. I ain't trying to have him. I got too many receivers to be throwing you the ball. I got great tight ends. I don't want to throw you the ball. Block when I'm throwing the ball. Otherwise, I'm gonna give it to you. I got a lot of guys, but I want to give it to you, Nate Frazier, because that explosiveness we can't discount. The big play, the home run threat, I really like, man. And I think, how about them fucking dog? He screwed up what I'm looking for is 2 guys over 600 at the minimum, because I need production. I need for us to be able to take some of the load off, and I think we got it in the room, and it's going to be up to Mike Bobo how this develops. So I'm going to apply pressure to my quarterback every chance I get because I love him and I'm going to stick with him. But he does have to figure out what we're going to do with these running backs. I don't want to wear Nate out early. I know I'm going to need him against Tennessee, Florida, and everybody in the league. Let's get these guys ready. But I think we got it in the backfield for him to be special.
Listen, I agree with all of that as well. And with Mike Bobo dialing up, We're going to need some of them players you talked about, them receivers, them tight ends, to block better than they blocked last year, because that helps in explosive run games as well. Like, you can't have no 20-yard run, you know what I'm saying, 20-plus yard run if people ain't blocking downfield. I mean, shout out to the wide receivers that do block downfield, because you got to have them if you're going to have those guys that's going to get those 600-plus. Just saying. Hey, man, listen, man, that's been our time, man, just like that. Time is gone. Hey, it's time flies when you're having fun, man. So, let's see. One more question from the gallery. Neilio said, who might be your best running back out of your backfield that catches
Jones,
the football?
Definitely Cash.
He said it. Cash Jones, number 32, Cash Money. He is our third down back. Listen, he knows all the pass pro, and he catches. He's the best. He's definitely the best receiver out of the backfield until proven otherwise. And I definitely take Cash on them third down. So
damn, with Dylan, we ain't even talked about Dylan. He's fit in that rotation somewhere too now.
But like, I guess because what you said earlier, he's a Swiss Army knife. We don't know if to talk about him with the running backs, with the slides, with the, you know what I'm saying? I
thought about that. You're right.
You know, one injury here, there, he might be done played everything this season. You just don't know, because that's just I think he is a special talent. He's built like a running back, but he can play wide receiver. So
he's definitely an asset. I think we got to figure out how to use him, because we can use him in so many ways, and he's teaching guys along the way. So big point that Dylan Bell is a key piece of this team on offense.
Facts. All right, we're gonna go around the room. Start with you, CA. Tell the people what you got going on. Final words or anything like that.
Tuesdays 8:00 right here. Respect the Hedges. Bulldog Bourbon Club, Morris Hall. Come see me.
There it is. Shout it. What you got?
Yeah, man. Same thing. Tuesday nights, 8:00. Respect the Hedges, baby. Also find me and my boy Cool Cal, the coolest fan in the land, Wednesday nights, 9:00. Sometimes just my damn opinion.
There it is. JB, Tailgate Kings. What we got going on?
What's up, fella? What's up? Hey, listen, man. Of course, just like everybody else, we're gonna show up here, man, on Tuesday nights at 8:00. Now, from here on through this season, we excited about it. TGK, man, just stay on the lookout for us, man. We're trying to make some things shake, trying to make some things develop right now for the season. You know, they're trying to throw some wrinkles in the plans, but we ain't gonna let the good fun stop when administrations want to act up. We're gonna make sure some things happen for the fans and happen for us, man. So just stay. We'll let y'all know what's going on, and we're excited about this here season.
There it is. Cool Cal, what you got, my guy? Football genius.
Shit, I'm about to go grill me a steak.
There it is. Texas Longhorns, cook them. That's what he's about to do.
Bevo Steaks, man. Bevo Steaks.
Hey, man, shout out to everybody that tuned in with us tonight. Facebook, YouTube, on Fanatic, Respect the Hedges, and Just My Damn Opinion, Tailgate Kings Facebook. Shout out to everybody in the comments, man. Y'all was jumping out there. We appreciate it. And like, how about them effing Dawgcast? Say, hit that like button for your fellas, man. It helps us out.
Like.
And
we might be the only YouTube channel that don't be screaming at during their show.
Hey, man, listen, we just be on here trying to give out good content, shouty, man. We want them to hit the like button, but hey, it is what it is. That's how it is, man. I do want to give a shout out to the Bulldog Bourbon Club. They not just drinking on game days, but you can join the Circle app, and it's called Speakeasy Sports. That's what their link is. So find somebody on the social media that's with the Bourbon Bulldog Club, and you can join a lot of the dogs, man, and get other content other than just the bourbon stuff. So beef, it's what's for dinner.
There we go.
Petty getting closer and closer. Y'all already know Petty with Shelby is coming.
First lady, you like my picture? I know you do.
Let's give her a good shot. Where's my guy today? Where's my guy today? Where's Steve at? He ain't chimed in the comments.
That mean he laying low in the cut. Shout out to bro.
Shout out to the Alice. Again, man, we appreciate y'all. Hey, tune in next Tuesday, 8:00. Tomorrow, hey, be on the lookout. Turn that bell notification on for Just My Damn Opinion. Oh, there you go. All right, we see you. I was wondering where you was at, Steve.
the cut.
Right. Shawty and Cal might pop up on y'all tomorrow. So make sure y'all turn that bell notification on, turn it on for us, and stay on the lookout. TailgateKingsATL.com for what they got coming as well. And as always, man, respect these hedges and go Dogs.